Hi, Bernardo. 2.5 years ago, you played here and won 5-0. You scored 2 goals, of course. What are your memories of that night, and could you possibly repeat that tomorrow night?
Well, hopefully. I don't usually score braces very often, so that would be nice. But yeah, good memories because we qualified. We played them in the last 16 a few years ago, and it was a good game here for us, especially. But different teams. Both teams have changed a lot of players, even though the managers are the same. I believe Sporting is stronger now, in my opinion, because I follow them quite often. And because of the moment, because of the injuries that we have, even though it's no excuse for me, it's going to be for sure a tough game.
Hi, Bernardo. We saw the video you posted last week with Ruben Dias at the Ballon d'Or, and you were joking, obviously, that he's the 30th in the list. But obviously, to be in the top 30 as a defender is exceptional. I was just wondering if you could explain what it's like to play with him, the way that he is, the way that he likes to talk, the way that he likes to be a leader. What impact does that have in the dressing room?
Yeah, that video was from 1 year ago. He's my best friend in the team. Is someone that I get along really well. And even though is a bit younger than me, we still shared some moments at Benfica when we were there. And he's a leader, as you said. I think that's the word that best defines him, is a leader. He's a bit intense in the way that he works, sometimes a bit too much for me, but that shows his passion for the game. I'm not going to talk about his qualities as a defender, because focused, always connected to the game, body language, everything that you expect a proper defender to have, he's got everything. So apart from that, the importance that he's got on the dressing room is massive, because of him being so loud, as I was saying. And yeah, we miss him.
And in terms of on the pitch at the moment, you've obviously got a lot of injuries, but you've been fit. Pep spoke recently about the Fulham game and how the energy maybe wasn't there, but recently he's been happy with the effort and the fight to try and win the ball back as quickly as possible. But even so, you have been struggling with the duels and maybe some counter-attacks anyway. Mm-hmm. What has been the issue there over the last few weeks, do you think?
Well, I think we were in a good moment. Personally, I do believe that we were in a very good moment, even though we were winning by small margins. I believe that apart from 1 or 2 games, the team was playing well, was being consistent. It's not easy to attack 11 players inside the box. That most teams, that's the way they play against us right now. And the last 2 games were 2 completely different games. Tottenham, obviously a different competition. The manager tried the different things with a lot of rotations, and we accept that defeat. Obviously, we don't choose competitions, but we accept that defeat. Bournemouth, much more frustrating for me, at least personally, because it's a competition that right now it's our main competition, the one that we always focus more in the beginning of the season, and they were just better than us. That's what's most frustrating about. They just put more intensity in the game. They won all the duels. They put more determination. They were better in all the departments. So that's the way that we have to deal with it. And yeah, then it comes. It's very individual. Each one of us individually, we have to take a look at it at ourselves, and be ready for the games. Try to the injured players try to come back as possible, because with the full squad we're stronger. But that's no excuse, because with the players that we have in our squad, we should do much better than we did in our last game, and perform better individually in every action. Be ready for the games, and start winning again, because this club, the standards that we set over the last few years, demand that we start winning again and again and again.
Bernardo, sorry, down
yeah.
here. In a few weeks, you'll be facing the Sporting coach in a Manchester derby. Mm-hmm. Given your background, what is your assessment of the job that he has done at Sporting? Because he seems to have changed their fortunes quite a lot.
Well, massive. As you said, before he arrived, Sporting came from a period of almost 20 years without winning the league, and since he's been there, not only him but the president and the sporting director, it looks like they all went on in the same direction. And when that happens, when people are competent and have the same idea, they go on the same way, the chances of doing well a job are much higher. And then as a manager, tactically, you can see that he's really good. You can see the way he prepares his teams. That Sporting was always it was never this. It was always going upwards and upwards, better and better after each season. And they're a big machine right now. To be honest, I only have compliments because they've been flying in the Portuguese league, and it's going to be very tough to beat them tomorrow, the way they've been playing. In terms of him going to Man United, well, I don't wish him very well, as you can imagine, because he's going to be my rival. But he deserves what he got. He deserves to be in one of the best clubs in the world right now, because the work that he did in the last years has been unbelievable. Yeah.
Simon?
Bernardo, that game a few years ago, I think you and a few of the other City players got booed for your Benfica connections. Do you still enjoy coming to this stadium and seeing the rivalry?
Yeah, definitely. Well, I played 12 years at Benfica in the academy, and I'm a big fan of that side of Lisbon. But it's going to be definitely special for me because my mom, for example, she's a Sporting fan. Some of my best friends. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting one tomorrow for me. Hopefully I can be on the winning side.
And just on injuries, you said it's no excuse, the injury situation, but what is it like for you as players when, 1 week John and Ruben aren't there, and the week before Savinho's getting stretchered off? It must be kind of difficult.
Well, yeah, as I said before, with the full squad we're always stronger. There's no denying that, and we have a lot of unbelievable players missing. We couldn't count on Kevin De Bruyne, for example, for the last month and a half, and everyone knows how important he is for us. Rodri now is out for the season, and many other players that have been out for longer or maybe shorter. But also, as I said before, I don't like to find excuses, because this club was never about that. Kevin was injured 5 years ago for like 6 or 7 months, and we managed to win the league and to do a top season. A lot of other players were injured for a long time in the past, and we always managed our way. So yeah, perform well individually and do your work and be there to help the team.